Well, we're in the book of Exodus. We're in chapter 7. And Moses has already been warned that the Pharaoh is going to have his heart hardened and that he's not going to let the people go right away. And he has a purpose. He wants to show his signs and wonders so that the people will know that he is Lord. And that's an important lesson for all of us to remember that he is Lord. So we saw the episode of the staff and the snake, and we saw the magicians of Egypt duplicate that particular sign. And even then, when they did that, Aaron's rod ate up their snakes. But we have another situation. God comes to Moses again, and he says, Moses, I know that the Pharaoh has a stubborn heart. I know he's not going to let the people go without compulsion. And so I want you to do another sign. I want you to take a staff down to the Nile. When Pharaoh comes down to water, I want you to strike the Nile, and the river will turn to blood, and the fish will die, and the water will stink, and the people will not be able to drink the water, and Pharaoh will see all of this in front of him. And so Moses and Aaron do exactly that. They go down to the Nile, they strike it, and they also are asked to strike the waters of the rivers and the streams and the pools around Egypt in the sight of Pharaoh, and make it very difficult for anybody to find any drinking water. The magicians come and they duplicate the being able to strike water and turn it to blood, and the people do a workaround. They dig trenches around the Nile so that the water in the Nile is filtered through the sand between the Nile and their trenches, and they're able to drink. And Pharaoh just goes back to his house with his heart hardened and with no plans to let the people go and no concern about all that's just occurred. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, well, how in the world do we apply that to our lives? I mean, we can learn about filtration systems by digging parallel ditches so that the water is filtered through the ground. But how do we apply that to our lives? I would submit to you that most of us have done just exactly what the Pharaoh has done. We've done something that's wrong, and God gives us a sign, and we ignore the sign. We ignore the warning. We dig around. We find a way out of our dilemma, and then God has to do another sign. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in our story. We're going to find that in 7 days, Moses is going to have to go back to the Pharaoh with another sign. How many times has God given you a sign that you're supposed to stop doing something or start doing something? And you've ignored the sign, you've dug around and found another way, and now he has to bring another sign on you. That's my thought for the day. I hope that you'll think about it. Is there something that God's trying to get your attention? Have you been doing a workaround to try to ignore him? Why not think a minute and see if there's time to repent and to do what God said to do, or stop doing what God said to stop doing? Now that's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.